Hello everyone, so today I'm gonna use a different app to edit the photos. So this is the RNI Mobile App. So previously I posted the RNI preset in the Lightroom Classic, so this time I'm gonna edit using this app. So initially there are some free one if you just install the free version. I think there are like 30% of the free one. I just bought the one that not free. I think it's $3.99 for the preset. You can see that in the negative, if you say here, is $3.99 right here. So yeah, you can buy some with that one. So I bought some previously just to try it out. You can see that this Fuji normalized Instax normalized looks good for this one. So you can see the difference. And the second thing I'm gonna do is edit the contrast a little bit. It feels a little bit too cold. I'm gonna the cold tone, but it's great for the green. So I'm gonna reduce the strength. So you can reduce the strength of the frame overlay. So I might just put it at 80%, just like the one that I did in the Visco. I did some normal stuff like increase a little bit of the sharpness and highlight safe. You can reduce a little bit, but I'm gonna reduce the exposure a little bit, so the brightness is the exposure. So just slightly reduce that and then increase the contrast. And then the cropping is a little bit different. It feels like it's like the Lightroom style cropping. So you just slightly position the portrait this way, and then finish the crop. And there are a lot of different options like grain. You can, if you want film style, you can just add some grain to the picture. The scale, I think it's the amount, what does it say? The scale is the size of the grain. So you can just choose a different size, but the strength is the grain that apply on that. And you can put some vignetting also, but I'm just leave it a little bit just like this. So there are a lot of options and there are a lot of different filters for these photos. So this is before and after. It gives some nice like green tone on the bottom because so I think this Fuji Instax normalized is pretty good. And this picture is by Canon. So for those who are the Canon user, if you want some Fuji look and feel, you can just use this one. And there's a lot of other filters in here also. They are Polaroid. So let me save this one first so I can save to the camera roll. So it's saved, and then let me go back to that. So once I save, and then I can choose another one. Let me choose back that one and use the last edit. So the advantage is you can use the last edit. I just want to show you different things, different filters that I use. Like I just bought, and then you can have different options. So yeah, it depends on which one you like in your feed. You can see that this one Polaroid fade tone is pretty good. It's nice classic style. That's before and after. So I'm going to do a 4x5 crop the same way I did, like this. So you can see that it has a classic vibe in it. If you don't want too strong, you can just slightly reduce, maybe to 60 something. So there is subtle. If you don't want too much overblown style, so I can reduce that a little bit to the bottom. And the highlight safe, I can reduce the highlight safe. By the way, this app also able to do the raw editing also. If you have the raw file to import to the phone, you can edit the raw, so you have more control on that. So let me save this one also. So next one I'm going to do is the Golden Gate Bridge I'm gonna discuss start from the beginning just to explore what other things I can do. I'm gonna skip the black and white. Vintage, I can try some vintage style. Chrome, Kodak Chrome generic. So for Golden Gate Bridge, I'm looking for some red tone that are nice. So generic, this one looks pretty good. This one is too dark in front, so I haven't explored all the filter that I bought yet. It's you can just buy a set. Of advantages it's not a subscription based, so you can just buy it one time and then if you save it to that account, so it's good. And so there are some other things like 50 plus 50, and I think before this 50 is the free one, and the negative there are a lot other stuff. There's Kodak, the Fuji. You can see that it has different Fuji style if you want the Fuji look and feel. So this one looks good. This one is Fuji Superior 200. I like the tone in here, so let's try that. And then strength slightly, and then increase the contrast, brightness slightly reduce, and then the sharpening a little bit in here. So slightly reduce the highlight save. You can see the difference between the sky, and then I'm just gonna do maybe 70%, around 70%, and then the brightness slightly reduce a little bit. Okay, so next thing I'm gonna do, so let me go back to the 0 and I'm do a 4:5 crop, and this one I'm gonna leave the Golden Gate Bridge behind like this. So that's the before and after, very subtle. And then I click the save to the camera roll, so that's finished the saving. And then the next one I can just if you use the last edit, yes, I use the last edit. You can see that it saves a lot of time to re-edit. You can just do some minor adjustment on this one and then do some rotation. You can see that the rotation button is right here. Slightly rotate back here, and then do a 4:5 crop, and then leave the Golden Gate Bridge behind like that. So that's the before and after. So you can see that the trim tone right there. Save camera roll. Okay, so the next one, let's see, this one is a little bit brighter, so for now I'm gonna just use that same filter, and then I save it, and then I can change that. So let me do the slightly adjustment of the exposure, and then contrast, and then the 4:5 crop right here. Leave a little bit more room on the left side because the portrait is looking toward the left side, so just leave more room right there. So I'm gonna crop a little bit more up. Okay, so that's good. So that's a before and after. Save as, and then I'm gonna see what else I can show you a different filter. There are a lot of filters just like the preset that we did on the Lightroom, so you can choose different one, but I think that one is good for the Fuji filter here, Fuji Pro 160, so that's pretty good too. So the 200 was the one that I like, so this 200 V2 is a little bit brighter. So it depends on if you want brighter or not bright for your feed consistency. So yeah, that's good. And then let me see what else. So that's the picture that I edited, and I'm gonna show you the other one that I edited. So I'm gonna use this one, use the Fuji. You can see that using the Fuji 200 is nice to use it for the green and then the contrast. I'm gonna do a 4:5 crop, crop it more center with the stair slightly tilted to the right, so I'm gonna adjust. You can see that I'm using the frame as the reference. Just make sure that the stair, the horizontal stripe are nice parallel to the ground, and position the portrait toward the center of the frame right there. Yep, so this is the Fuji 200. That's the before and after, and then save it. So that's a pretty quick way to edit, just like the VSCO. So just have some different option in your phone, just in case you want to have some different inspiration, you can use this one. So thank you so much for watching, and stay tuned for more video coming up. Bye.